Hello, good morning. It's morning here in Nashville, East Nashville, Tennessee. I have been navigating a lot of grief, so my creative energy has felt very far away. And then while I was in the shower this morning, this topic came to mind. So I'm staying with the creative energy and flow and getting right on and making a video. That's why my hair is wet. Just really being in the present moment with this. But I wanted to um, share what I was thinking about regarding accepting ourselves and accepting what is about ourselves and accepting who we are. So, for myself, and while I'm working with clients, I feel like this has come up where sometimes when we use this phrase, like I'm accepting what is, or I'm trying to accept the reality of things, if you are feeling like a collapse of energy, I'm going to talk about this on like an energetic level because I am an energy healer as well as a life coach. So this could be a new way of looking at it for you that I hope inspires an opening, of looking at things differently. But if you find yourself saying the words like, I am accepting this part of myself, and if the energy is somehow frustrated or like this defeatist kind of closing down type of energy, I accept that I'm someone that can never finish things, right? Or I accept that I can never get organized. I'm trying to accept that about myself. I encourage you to be curious about whether that's actually acceptance or whether that's self-judgment. So if you're feeling some sort of downward or, collapsing inward energy when you're saying those words, I encourage you to think about it in a different way. I believe that acceptance energy is radiating out from the heart chakra. So acceptance energy is a outward loving energy that embraces and maybe pulls in, but it doesn't collapse in on itself. So an example being, from my own personal experience of I accept that I'm never going to have the relationship with my parents that I want to have. Right? Like, can you feel how that goes? Like downward. And part of that is when we're seeing it as like a brokenness in us or a deficiency within us, or that something is wrong within us. So there's some like shame attached to that, right? And the alternate version of saying that is, I accept that I get my needs met through chosen family. That to me is like an outward radiating energy that embraces that part of me. It's still the same part of me, but it's the way that we energetically relate to that part. So if someone is saying, I accept that I never complete the things that I start, how would it feel because that to me is like a judgment of yourself, right? I'm trying to accept what is, kind of like a tightening energy. And how would it feel to think of it or play with the words, I accept that I have an incredible amount of energy to launch things, right? There's nothing wrong with me that I can't finish them, maybe. Maybe I'm really gifted at getting things off the ground and other people aren't gifted at that. Right? And this acceptance of ourself is not so much like claiming the deficiencies or claiming our brokenness or claiming, that I'm aware that I'm not like somebody else in this way, but claiming I'm aware that I'm not like somebody else in this way. Like even in how I say it, right? The like energy goes upward and outward. And I think that there's a trend when we have phrases that go around on social media or things that like we try to adopt them into our lives. And sometimes it's like the energy behind it can be misaligned. So it's actually causing more frustration to be like, well, I'm accepting this about myself. I'm accepting this about my reality. I'm accepting what is. Why doesn't it feel any better? And the encouragement is to consider whether your energy is going out and embracing and radiating loving energy about this acceptance, or is it truly self-judgment? So I will leave you to think about that. And I believe that any piece of self-judgment, right, we can have compassion for, we can understand like where it came from. There's always like a valid reason of where that started. And we can even start loving that piece, right? Before we can make a big switch to like, suddenly I love this part about myself, right? Just compassion at first, as opposed to self-judgment. I love working with this type of healing work that you can be doing in like small ways in your daily life. And if you want to talk about this more, feel free to put comments. I'm new on this YouTube channel, but I also have an email community where I email back and forth with people a lot. So if you want to join that, you're welcome. And of course, you can book a Reiki session with me. I do those over Zoom worldwide and in person here in East Nashville. And there's always time before and after the session to really be like talking about these things too. And Reiki in particular, working with your energy body to balance it and have it connected and in flow. Often clients talk about how they feel like a general shift to more loving energy. So that relates directly to what we're talking about today. Sending so much love from here. Take beautiful care of yourself. Till next time.